In a recent interview from the German Ubisoft channel, they discovered while interviewing Assassin's Creed Odyssey's narrative director that the complete story for Assassin's Creed Odyssey will be 100 hours long, which is completely mind-blowing if you think about it. I mean, from what was said and translated during this interview, it seems this 100 hours isn't going to include side quests or other content within the game, but just the main story itself being 100 hours of pure story content. Now, I'm not sure if this includes all the leveling up we'll have to do during our story playthrough of Odyssey in order to be at the right level to complete story quests as they progressively become harder, since as we saw in Assassin's Creed Origins we did have to grind during the main story to be able to reach a high enough level to take on the next story missions as they came along. Although taking this statement at face value of the complete story part being 100 hours long, it suggests that the gameplay outside of the main missions is not included in this estimate, which means the grinding to reach a certain level outside of the main story doesn't contribute to the overall 100 hours. Now, to put this into perspective, the last game I played that was over 100 hours of story was Persona 5, and I didn't even complete it because it was way too long and there were certain story parts I valued over others within the game, so I didn't want to sit through the parts I didn't enjoy as much, so I had to walk away from it in the end. If you take a look at the previous Assassin's Creed games including Origins, the main story of the games have all been under 40 hours long to complete, so that is an increase of 60 hours more on story content within Odyssey alone, which seems unrealistic to have a jump that big. So is AC Odyssey really 100 hours of main story content? Now, saying that, Assassin's Creed Odyssey is the first action role-playing game in the AC series, so the game is going to give us different dialogue options as well as different possible story paths, which some of will not be seen depending on the path we choose while playing, unless we replay the game and take different narrative paths or change our dialogue options. And this is what I believe Ubisoft's narrative director meant during her interview with the German Ubisoft channel, that there is 100 hours of story combined with all different dialogue options and story paths. So if they were included all together, meaning if it were possible to choose every option and take every path during one playthrough, that content would amount to 100 hours, which definitely seems more plausible than a single playthrough having 100 hours worth of story content. If you look at The Witcher 3, the game Ubisoft have taken heavy inspiration from, it only went over 100 hours if you included side quests and other activities within the world. So the only other possible way I would believe Odyssey could reach over 100 hours of story content is if side quests and side activities were included, and this 100 hours of story content statement was not explained as well as it should have been, and the 100 hours is the estimate length of the game as a whole and not the main campaign itself. Or you know, I could be wrong and the game could really have a 100 hour main story, and this statement was translated and expressed 100% correctly, in which I would say this is madness.
This is madness! Madness. This is Sparta!
Since who knows how long it would take to complete if we were to actually do everything within the game, side missions and all. But what we can truly take from this statement is that there is sure to be more than 100 hours worth of content within the game as a whole. So other than that, I thought I'd make this video on this piece of AC news because it does seem unbelievable, hence the question mark on the title of this video. Although there is a slim chance it could be true, and if so, welcome to the future of Assassin's Creed. I'm Played by Vix. I hope you enjoyed the video, thank you for watching, take care, and I shall catch you guys in the next one.